Have you ever wondered what really sets the rich apart from the rest of us? It's not just about having money, it's about how they think and live every day. In fact, a study by WealthX revealed that only 1% of the world's population holds 44% of the world's wealth. That's a staggering number. And here's another shocking fact: 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation. Why? Because they don't pass down the right habits and mindsets. So, what are the secrets that keep some people wealthy while others struggle? In this video, we'll explore the habits that the rich rarely talk about. You'll learn how they think about failure, how they spend their time, and how they build lasting legacies. From the surprising way wealthy families approach education to their unique relationship with time and money, we'll uncover strategies you can start using today. Get ready to dive into a world of wealth that goes beyond what you see on the surface. Are you ready to discover the secrets that could change your life? Let's jump in. Chapter 1. The Early Blueprint: Wealthy Mindsets Before They're Even Born. Wealth starts long before a trust fund. For many rich families, the seeds of success are planted early, even before a child is born. Generational wealth isn't just about handing down money. It's about passing down mindsets, values, and habits. In affluent households, parents actively create environments that foster a wealth mindset. For instance, a study from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that children raised in wealthy families are more likely to develop entrepreneurial tendencies. Why? It's because these families expose their kids to risk, decision-making, and problem-solving from a young age. They encourage curiosity and allow kids to think about money in terms of opportunity, not fear. Here's an interesting fact: wealthy parents rarely say, "We can't afford that." Instead, they ask, "How can we afford that?" This subtle shift teaches kids to think creatively about resources, not just money. It plants a seed that wealth is something you create, not something you wait for. Take Warren Buffett as an example. His father didn't just give him money, he gave him books on finance at age 7. One of Buffett's early reads was 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. That early exposure played a huge role in shaping his future wealth-building mindset. Wealthy families are intentional about these kinds of influences. Chapter 2. The Invisible Education: How the Rich Learn Outside the Classroom. The wealthy don't rely solely on formal education. In fact, many of them believe the most important lessons can't be found in textbooks. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and even Elon Musk dropped out of traditional schooling but didn't stop learning. Their education happened through life experiences, mentors, and exposure to big ideas. According to a study by the Rich Habits Institute, 88% of wealthy people read at least 30 minutes a day, not just for entertainment but to learn. They consume books on leadership, psychology, and strategy. Some of the richest people in the world are lifelong learners, but the lessons they seek are often outside traditional education. Another secret? The rich leverage their networks. Many of them learn from the people they surround themselves with. They're not afraid to ask questions, seek mentorship, and build relationships with other successful people. Author Napoleon Hill said it best in Think and Grow Rich: Your network is your net worth. Surrounding themselves with people who challenge them is a key part of how the rich learn and grow. Rich families also expose their children to experiences that teach financial literacy from a young age. While average families might discuss how to budget for a vacation, wealthy families talk about the ROI, return on investment, of their time and money. These real-world experiences teach lessons you won't find in school. Chapter 3. Strategic Failure: The Secret Game Plan You've Never Heard of. One thing the wealthy do differently is their relationship with failure. They don't fear it, they embrace it. In fact, many rich people strategically plan for failure, seeing it as a necessary step toward success. Jeff Bezos, for example, once said, "If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness." Wealthy people view failure as part of the process, not the end. Here's a staggering statistic. A study by Statista found that over 70% of self-made millionaires had failed at least 3 times in business before hitting success. But instead of giving up, they took those failures as lessons. They analyze what went wrong, adjust, and try again. For them, failure is just another opportunity to refine their approach. This mindset ties into what experts call calculated risk. The rich are not reckless, but they take risks that others might avoid. They look at failure as a tool to learn, grow, and innovate. Mark Cuban, for instance, said in an interview, "I've learned that it doesn't matter how many times you fail. You only have to be right once." Even more interesting is how the wealthy use failure to teach others. They pass down their stories of struggle and resilience to their children, employees, and mentees. It's a lesson that says, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. This approach keeps them flexible and able to adapt quickly when challenges arise. If you're enjoying these insights, don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to build wealth and change your mindset. Chapter 4. Time Mastery. The unseen schedule of the ultra-wealthy. One of the biggest secrets to wealth isn't how the rich make money, it's how they use their time. While most people trade time for money, the rich understand that time is a far more valuable resource. They don't just manage time, they master it. A study by Tom Corley in his Rich Habits research found that 65% of wealthy people spend at least 15 minutes a day thinking and planning their goals. They're laser-focused on the future. This time isn't filled with distractions or to-do lists. It's intentional, deep thinking about their long-term vision. Here's a unique fact. Billionaire Richard Branson has a rule to never schedule meetings that last longer than 15 minutes. Why? He knows his time is precious, and anything important should be handled efficiently. Most people let their calendars control them. The rich control their calendars. The wealthy are also masters of delegation. Instead of trying to do everything themselves, they build teams to handle tasks that don't require their direct attention. As Warren Buffett said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. By protecting their time, the rich free themselves up for what really matters: creative thinking, making strategic decisions, and pursuing personal growth. In other words, they prioritize high-value activities over low-value tasks. This focus on deep work, as author Cal Newport describes in his book Deep Work, allows them to consistently create and innovate without being overwhelmed by busy work. Chapter 5. Legacy Living. How the rich think beyond themselves. One of the biggest differences between the wealthy and the rest is how they think about the future. For most, wealth is about living well today. But for the rich, it's about creating something that lasts beyond their lifetime. They think in terms of legacy, not just income. According to a study by U.S. Trust, 68% of wealthy individuals believe it's important to leave a positive impact on the world, whether through philanthropy, family wealth, or creating lasting businesses. This is why many of them engage in impact investing, investing in ventures that not only generate profit but also make a difference in society. A great example is Bill and Melinda Gates, who started the Gates Foundation to tackle global health and education issues. They're not just giving money, they're ensuring their wealth creates a better world long after they're gone. Wealthy individuals think in terms of generations, building structures that will support not only their family but also their community for years to come. A fascinating fact from Forbes shows that 56% of the world's billionaires engage in philanthropy on a large scale, and it's not just for tax benefits. It's because they see wealth as a tool to create long-term change. Andrew Carnegie famously said, "The man who dies rich, dies disgraced," which highlights the importance of using wealth for the greater good. Another part of this legacy mindset is building lasting family wealth. The rich often engage in estate planning, creating trusts and structures that ensure their wealth is passed down through generations. It's why you hear of families like the Rockefellers and Rothschilds maintaining wealth for over a century. They don't just focus on personal success, they build systems that perpetuate wealth and success. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and strategies on achieving wealth and success.